And we are back. This is Jineea Butler with your New American Perspective here on Wednesday, October 28th. And we're talking election next Tuesday. Is there election in your area? Let me know. Put it in the comment section and let me know what election that you are worried about or who you're voting for or who people need to know about. So we were just talking about the election in New York and Zoran Mamdani, who's looking like he's got the lead. Now Cuomo, he gained some points by, everybody's gaining points by stepping on Curtis Sewell's head. And I really don't like that part. Don't tell me that the man who is accused of killing elderly people in New York. The man is accused of sexual harassment, is going to stand and lost the Democratic primary because he didn't care. He thought he was smooth sailing because Eric Adams wasn't in the race. He lost. Okay, even though Eric Adams threw his support behind Cuomo. I mean, it's just the thing to do because Cuomo's got the history in New York, but so does Curtis Sewell. But Curtis Sewell has got the street life, the only life I know. And I think that's why people don't respond to Curtis the right way. But I second Curtis's motion of being angry with the people that he's been around for the last years of, trading spaces and knowing that they hate Cuomo and knowing that Cuomo is not good for the city and knowing that Curtis will do right by this city. It's just not enough people that know, and he doesn't have enough money to run it. And so I just feel like this is crazy work. But all the young people, if you looked in the stands in Queens for the Mamdani AOC Sanders rally, when you looked in it was all young people. And so basically they are killing us with social media, of knowing how to use this social media highly effective. Do you know how to use it? How's your numbers? How's your, do you know how to use social media effectively? Because I think that's where we're going in politics, right? It's not going to be all about knocking on doors. It's going to be hitting them cell phones and everything like that. So, big races coming up, and like I said, Winsome Sears in Black Woman, she's neck and neck in I believe it's South Carolina. I'm gonna check that. No, maybe it's North Carolina. It's South Carolina or North Carolina. I'm gonna check it. But and as soon as I can turn my head, I'll check it for you. But Winsome Sears, she is running for governor as well, Black woman. So there's a big thing right now that are Black people for Black people, or only for Black people that support their mission and support their understanding, or is Black? They got that whole thing. All skin folk are not kin folk. I hate to hear that because it's so deceptive. And I'm sure that somebody would not to my face say it to me, because all the work that I've done, right? And way more than most of the people out here, all the work that I've done is not, it doesn't say that I'm not skin folk and I'm not kin folk, but who cares? Okay. So it begs to differ that, Obama, Obama endorsed the Democratic candidate. And this is where the fine line between Democrat and Republican come into play, because what is the real play? So, it's all about the House, right? It's all about gaining seats for the Democrats, even if a Black agenda is not clear with it. Now, don't get me wrong. I am very upset with President Trump that we do not have an active urban agenda on the table. Very upset, because instead of just sending people and ICE into the National Guard and this and that, instead of doing all of that, let's have an agenda for our community, right? And so now I don't even know who to call about it. I've been reaching out to Lynn Patton, haven't gotten the call back, haven't gotten the, this is what the Black community is doing. This is the Black agenda. Haven't gotten that yet. And I'm just assuming that, we were pushed down the totem pole and he's going to get to us, because we got to you, sir. And you cannot leave the community that supported you out here without, supporting us back and showing us that we weren't stupid about our vote, because now you got us out here looking crazy. And you don't like to look crazy. So please don't allow us to look crazy. And I'm asking very nicely, sir. Right? So this weekend, Friday, America's going to go in a frenzy because we're losing our SNAP benefits. Okay, at least for a month. Now, there's a government shutdown going on. Have you heard about it? Do you know? Do you know? Have you heard about it? Let's take a nap. This is the new American perspective, and we're taking a nap. And the nap is that we're waking up. Okay, so the SNAP benefits are not going out. They've already said that, listen, they don't have the money. You're not getting the money. So now what happens? Thanksgiving, the 26th. So everybody, now it's a little distraction for me because we're not going to starve. Okay. We'll come together as an American community and we're not going to starve. But for the Democrats and the Republicans to decide that we're going to hold up the American people and we're going to hold up their food because we can't get it together. The people that we elected to go into office and work it out for us can't do it. Now we have to suffer, and people have to suffer that need these SNAP benefits and the other things, to pay their rent. I think is the rest of the benefits going out? I guess not. But SNAP benefits not going out. How do you feel about that? Right? There's people that truly need it. And then there's some people that don't. Now, what they're saying, each side has a whole thing, right? They have a whole thing about why they're not supporting, putting it in. But then don't forget about the air traffic controllers putting everybody at risk because they're not getting paid. But they sure made sure that military and the ICE got paid. So we've got to figure things out, people. Right? We can't be left in a position that people are going to starve us because we're not in a bigger position. Oh, we're going to starve because we don't get any food stamps or anything coming up this weekend. And then you got people panicking, they're rushing the stores. You got people doing TikTok videos saying how they going to bust somebody upside the head if they don't get their food stamps. And guess what? That entitlement, we need to change it. I'm naming the 2026 the year of the great urban reset. We're resetting, people. Okay? All of this, we're going to change how we look at it. Our kids are going to be the smartest in the world. Asian smart. Our kids in our communities, Black and brown folks. We have to tell them that now. We have to tell them to seek information like no other because we can't play this sideline like this. Look where this has us. Look what we're into, right? We're sitting over here thinking, are we canceling Thanksgiving? I think we should cancel Thanksgiving. If they're canceling your money at the beginning of November, knowing that the holiday season is about to start and they're fighting over your vote because they want that, the Democrats need this midterm election. Okay? They need this to be the midterm that they get some power back. Now, I believe that the House and the Senate needs to be balanced out a little bit more because anybody with absolute power happens. Okay? Hey!
That was quick.
Yeah. Hey, what you just got on?
Yeah, usually I'm backstage first.
Yeah. We're better now. I'm 50, sir. So I hit the 50
That's
mark. So
what's
we're
up.
doing
We,
we're doing
yeah,
50
we
more
hit that
years
50.
on point. Okay?
Yeah, we hit
I
that
done
50.
hit it. So how are you?
Let me get
This is
comfortable.
friend of the show,
Let me
Charles
get nice
Jones,
and comfortable.
former NBA player, coach of the year. He's got his new brand on. Stand up a little bit. Give us a little screenshot of that. The Scorer's Aura. You got to
Score
tell
is
us
the
a little bit
oil.
about
Score is
that.
the oil. We got a little something going on. My favorite stuff
Can they
food.
log on? Can they get this? Can they get some
Absolutely.
pair?
I'm on Shopify.
Okay, so Shopify, hit him
Definitely
up.
on
I think I
Shopify.
need my little, I got to put my scores on because
Nah, we got you.
I do got a couple numbers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I
Thousand,
got a
thousand,
couple of numbers. I got an
thousand,
aura.
thousand.
So just tell us a little bit about what's the scores aura. Why, is that a mentality? I'm assuming that's like the Mambo mentality. What, tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. It's the aura of a scorer. Like, I mean, you got to come with a level of confidence. Some people can misinterpret it as being cocky or arrogant, but most people need to take themselves to a place, take themselves to a place or energy which I help you do something great when you get out on the court because you have to have a level of thinking to produce. So therefore, you have to come with an aura or energy about yourself that allows you to be successful. People do it with business, and people do it with politics, people do it in every aspect of most of the things we have going on in the world.
So I have a
It's just,
question real quick because I've seen you play a lot.
yeah.
Were you cocky? Were you
No, I
cocky?
was confident. You know what it comes with? I'm gonna tell you. No, no, no. I'm gonna tell you. I learned how to have my own confidence
Uh-huh.
and to create it because when I was in high school and I got caught up, my coach used to say, "Kiss, kiss, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid." So I would always hear the stupid word and be like, "I'm not
Right,
stupid.
right, right.
I'm not stupid." But the thing was, I would be like, man, he's always on me, but he never celebrates me. So I started patting myself on the back on purpose to spite him. And some people would think like, but the thing was, I would see him like he would celebrate other people. He'd get the little pizzas, he'd do little stuff. So, I would take it personal. And I mean, but growing up, I grew up competitive. So, and the backdrop was I tried out for varsity. He made me play freshman. He didn't even allow me to play JV. So I spent the whole time like I want to say button heads, but it was more of a I see how you treating some of these guys. Like you didn't bring me here. I'm not getting a scholarship because of you. I'm here because I had good grades. An
Right.
accountant found some guys who wanted to sponsor some kids. I'm
Mm,
here because
mm,
of grades.
mm.
I'm actually not even here because of basketball, but I'm gonna show you that you're wrong. And that's what it was. So in that, I would carry it. So what it was off the court, that I was outgoing around people because I created the CJ. I created a person that I could be, which that's why I said the aura. When now I get in the character, when the reality, I'd rather just be back chilling by myself, playing a video game or just hanging out with my friends. So then I realized in order for us to be successful, I had to make sure everybody was good. I couldn't just worry if I was good or my friends that
Right,
didn't go to
right,
school was
right,
good. I had to
right.
make sure everybody was good. So then you become this person. You put on like it's almost like you in character. So that's why I said the aura of a scorer because I brought that. I had to be that. Like even and it's crazy because I was looking at one of the podcasts of my friends, Mason Cam,
Hmm.
and I remember I was in a line to go into a club and this is at the height of LIU. I'm like, all the newspapers, they got it in the news. He's like, what you doing on the line? And I'm like, I said, man, come on, man. I'm just chilling. I got all these people with me. He said, you bugging me. You're not supposed to be on no line. And so we all got off the line. Me and like 15 people, we all went right in. And, then you start thinking, I'm like, man, okay. Like I always like in talking, people that believed that I thought it was up here, but I always kept myself here. Like
Right,
any of my friends and them, I
right, right.
always
I
tell you,
understand.
like you see, like I kept it where unless you knew who we were until I got a
Uh-huh.
chain. I got the
Hmm.
chain that said something, but before then, if you came out and we were at a club, you couldn't tell who was who.
Right,
Rich
right.
Parker, Mike, whoever they may have, I made sure they had just as much as I did. So you couldn't tell unless you knew who we were, or until I actually bought some jewelry. But
Nice.
hold up
After
before
you of
I got
jewelry.
a shout
Uh-huh.
out. I got to shout out
Uh-huh.
Tamika Cyrus
Uh-huh.
is because it's my ex-wife, but
Hmm.
she invested into the company. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Yeah, we black people trying to make it happen,
Yeah, I love it.
and so definitely got to shout her out. She
Oh,
does
so
real estate.
she part of the process too. Love
No,
it. Shout
definitely,
out
definitely.
Tamika. It's
Definitely.
every good man, behind every good man, there's a woman. Great and powerful. You bet believe that. Okay.
Hey,
So we're gonna take a break really quick, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about what is happening in the NBA. Are you up to speed? Do you know?
yeah,
You know,
I'm
are
up
you
to
up to
speed.
speed? So we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back here on Millennium News 24 with your new American perspective.